Ulster going in the right direction, David Humphreys going on with it?
He's very impressive. I think he'll be a good appointment for them, but I don't think they are. I mean, we made a point earlier on in the season about the quality coming through from the academies in Munster and Leinster. I mean, absolute, a rich vein of quality coming through and never ending. And if you look at the team that's been put out by Ulster there's a huge amount of either plastic paddies or guys who, buy-ins. And I think 8 of them are not, Shivkovsky, Nagusa, Dyack, Kiriako, Botha, and the guys who are Irish qualified have come from outside the province, outside of Ulster, and that's still symptomatic of the malaise that they're in. They're three, they've been on the wane for 3 years now. They're in a transition period. Didn't work for Matt. They're still, humming and hawing whether they'll have a decent season this year. And I think until they actually get a conveyor belt of quality, homegrown Ulster players there, this problem is going to continue.
But that is Tom Court's first start of the season. Do you rate him?
Zelig.
Just the Woody Allen reference now.
Yeah, I mean it's terrible. You have somebody like Malcolm O'Kelly who has been a wonderful servant for Ireland for 12, 13 seasons, and he misses out. He gets about 2 or 3 games or 2 or 3 minutes against Italy, and Tom Court is there. He's on the bench. I think he got a minute or 2 against, might have been England, and I just don't think he's up to it.
Well, he's not going around beating his chest saying he's a Grand Slam winner. I mean,
no.
The guy has to tug out if he's called upon, and he is a prop, and we don't have a lot of them.
Yeah, and I've seen him too many times in trouble at scrum against mediocre opposition. And I actually, now that we're focusing on him, I'll have a look and see. We'll give you a progress report at half time and full time, see how he gets on. But he's not like, I mean, what you're looking for, and there is opportunity there. I mean, John Hayes could conceivably play through to the World Cup in 2011. Nobody putting their hand up and saying, look, I want it. And he's not getting on the ball. He's not making huge tackles. He's not carving up midfield, with bursts from the side of the mauls. He's not doing any of these things there. He's not an outstanding lifter, and he's not a great scrummager. So let's follow his progress through the Ulster. I mean, if Ulster weren't great tonight. Humphreys looked half decent because there was no pressure being applied. I didn't see Johnny O'Connor putting any kind of pressure on him in the second half, and they were kind of loose. But if you look at what's ahead for Ulster now in the Heineken Cup, like Stade Francais and Bath and Edinburgh, they're looking at that and sort of saying, well, Jesus, we've nothing to worry about here. I mean, Ulster won't beat any of those sides away from home, and they will struggle to beat most of them in Ravenhill. But if you look at what's ahead for Ulster now in the Heineken Cup, like Stade Francais and Bath and Edinburgh, they're looking at that and sort of saying, well, Jesus, we've nothing to worry about here. I mean, Ulster won't beat any of those sides away from home, and they will struggle to beat most of them in Ravenhill. Ulster won't beat any of those sides away from home, and they will struggle to beat most of them in Ravenhill. Ulster won't beat any of those sides away from home, and they will struggle to beat most of them in Ravenhill. Ulster won't beat any of those sides away from home, and they will struggle to beat most of them in Ravenhill. Ulster won't beat any of those sides away from home, and they will struggle to beat most of them in Ravenhill. That's where he's let down, because in the tight big matches when the heavy artillery are coming around the side, he's always gone missing. His brother too, but his brother got away with it. I don't think he's quite as clever. I haven't been up there since the full stand has been put in, but I'm not sure if they'll be able to fill it. They were getting an influx of people from outside of the rugby parameters in to watch because they were successful. But I think it's fallen off a little bit, and you can see it, like particularly some of the Magners League games. Now they get big houses for Munster and Leinster. Obviously they'll fill it there, but they're not filling what they should. They're not getting what they should do, and a lot of it's based on the fact that the last 2 or 3 years they have been struggling.
Yeah, but